But also told, if life throws lemons at you, you make a lemonade out of it. That's exactly what happened with COVID. For the first time, especially developing, was started appreciating what they call remote working. Started appreciating remote meetings. So much so that the Federal Executive Council even passed it as a bill, recognizing remote working, and then even CSC, in their part of their requirement, like annual meetings or so, just recognize remote working. So these are some of the disruption that the COVID actually caused. I mentioned about the fourth industrial revolution already, about the need for us to acquire new skills, to be players and not spectators when it comes to some of these emerging technologies. So I'll just skip to the next slide. Where some of the emerging technologies, you can see Internet of Things is key there. Internet of Things is one of the pillars of fourth industrial revolution. So it is a very, very strategic technology that cuts across all other technologies. As a matter of fact, it's a big enabler of other technologies, including artificial intelligence, as you will see as I make the presentation further. Okay, beautiful. So I'll get a bit technical because it's a project launch, it's unveiling of a product. So it's very, very important, for us to, be able to show the features and actually, appreciate some of those functionalities that are here. Because the big question is, what problem is this for? What's the big deal about this product we're trying to launch and so on and so forth? The question about the IoTs, we have the 4 C's. 4 C's that make up, that is the main drivers of Internet of Things, IoT. 4 C's, according to me. 4 C's is what they call your computation. Your computation is what? Your firmware, software development. Your control. Pay attention to the light coming on. I also make reference to that. Your control is what? That is where the embedded comes in. Embedded system is embedded programming. That is where the microcontrollers come. It is like 8051, 16F54, at Mega 28, and so on and so forth. The next is connectivity. That's where networking comes. Cloud, database. So if you look at these 4 points, what do they do? They are the pillars of information technology as it is today. What does that translate to? Once you have skill sets in the Internet of Things, you have conquered the IT world. That means you're a key player, that means you're an all-rounder. I'm still trying to get used to the point now. Well, let's take a look at a generic IoT architecture from my own perspective. How would you call it? Broker platform, which could be your cloud platform as well. Have your gateway. Your gateway is actually like a communication gateway. When data is generated, you have to pass through a pipe to go to the other end, maybe where the business logic will be applied, where your data analytics and make sense out of the data. So that is what gateway enables, just as they indicate, enables that channel to push data to the back end. They have your sensors. How to assess the environment, what is humidity here, what's the temperature here, pressure, and so on and so on. So those are carried out by sensors. However, something has to talk to a sensor to extract that information. And that is where the central intelligence unit comes in, what we call the RTU, remote terminal unit, or the powerful unity board. Then the next is computation. We talk about smart city today, smart technology, and so on and so forth. How can you achieve smart city when the grid voltage, the base voltage in Nigeria is between 220 to 240 volts. So that's one of the features that Unity board has, that other board has in the whole board. Computation that they can switch directly to 20 volts. So if you want to do automated gate control, you want to switch on your AC, you want to switch on this, because that's exactly what the board is doing there. You have a 220 volts bulb there. I can see switching directly the bulb 220 volts. You hardly see the board that does that directly without having shield or and so on and so forth. And of course, the front end is your client. Your client is as I push data to a cloud application, and we use an API, pull it to the mobile device of you. This will demonstrate some of the projects these young people have already done based on this board, and also based on YouTube, videos for you. I've mentioned this. So what I've mentioned already, I'll just skip through. Now the big question is, what problem are you solving? Because if you're coming up with something new, you must address a particular challenge. That is what RIP does. So let's take a look at the existing hardware challenges in the whole world right now. Because what Innov8 does for you is that it gets away all the problem of your hardware. All your hardware constraints takes it away. Then you concentrate more on your firmware, software development, which I think is is easy to most people here. But there's a saying that hardware is hard. So this demystifies that very component. So first is high cost non-availability of shields. What is shield? Shields are add-ons. Things like Arduino board add-ons you put on them, additional security. Most of us know Alibaba, AliExpress, you have to order. And as it is right now, I don't know how many of you can access more than $50 from your bank account if you pay online. I think it's practically impossible. So these are some of the challenges we're having today, even though, how do you even get some of these things? High cost non-availability of shield. Absence of direct switching of inflows, 220 volts. 220 volts for direct mass city applications. Absolutely. I want to put up my gate, switch on my AC, switch on my TV, whatever. 220 volts. And again, that's exactly what the board is doing there. And inherent voltage interfaces. Technology changes. Today we have AI now with billions of transistors, starting from 386 and so on and so forth. So as there's improvement in material science, the process engineers try to pack more transistors, and that's what makes processors very, very powerful. However, this issue of loss, heat, and so on and so forth. So that's why I see that if you reduce the voltage, I times V is power. Am I right? Before it was 5 volts here, you can still transfer 5 volts. Now, we're getting 3.3 volt more for now. If you know some of you that use this board. Then the next one now is 1.8 volts. All this is to conserve power and reduce losses through heat. Now, the big problem here is that we have a board that is a 3 volt. It's a Raspberry Pi heat at 3 volts maximum, whatever, 3.3 volts. Now, I want to interface a sensor that has output of 5 volts. If you plug into a Raspberry Pi receiver, it pulls it. So this is one of the problems that Innov8 has solved. It has the voltage translation circuit where you can translate it between 12 volts to 5 volts and vice versa. Memory deficiency, today data is incoherence. Everything is data. You can't have AI without data. It's when you have the data sets, you can apply your ML, AI, and make business logic, business sense out of it. However, how many of these devices we deploy and if you for maybe 8 months, maybe I want to monitor my river flow, I want to monitor the microclimate conditions. Today, talking about SDG, climate change is one of them. I told Hans also the COP27 conference that ended in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt. So that shows the importance of climate change. And then how do you monitor it? Monitor through data acquisition. The data has to be stored somewhere, listen to. And that is where the short work comes in. So this board comes with 16 megabytes memory, not megabits, 16 megabyte solid state SPI memory. So much that you can store here 32,000 fingerprints. That's the capacity of the memory. Fingerprints of 512 bytes template, you can store this about 32,000 of them. Just for you to appreciate the another issue we have with some of these boards like Arduino Mega is once you plug your shield on the female sockets, you don't have access to other things. So here, that problem was solved on Unity board where we produced a matrix of mail plates as well, making it easily accessible and creating that flexibility for the user. The limited communication channels. I mentioned we need a pipe. So how many of these boards come with inbuilt communication channels? Unity board comes with, we know our challenges here. In my place, we don't have hotspots. So I can use Wi-Fi. So that means I have to depend on the cellular network for me to have access to the internet and so on. However, if you talk places like this, we have hotspots. So that will take into consideration. We introduce your GSM GPRS model, CD800. We introduce your Wi-Fi. That means that I can hook up to the hotspot. ESP8266 is doing that for. Then your Bluetooth as well. With your Bluetooth, I could do the OTA over the firmware update. I can pair it. I can communicate with it. So you can see the multiple communication channel. That gives you that flexibility that you don't need to start looking for shields, hacking the breadboard, while connecting everything. That's the beauty of this board. Because kids from 8 years can actually utilize it. Because they clean board without much of hacking involved. Then again, we'll talk about data logging. How many of these boards have clock? Most of our devices, they use a clock. The computer have clock, that's how you see what's happening. So we introduce also a real-time clock at the calendar. So as I'm taking my data, I have a time stamp. I can stamp on my data to know what time, day, seconds that data was acquired. Low current capability as well. Most boards give you less than 1 amp. Unity board gives you as much as 3 amp. So I can drive step motors, servo motors, DC motors, and so on and so forth. Again, is absence of IMU. IMU is Initial Measurement Unit. That's your gyroscope and accelerometer. We're talking about smart health systems. So how can I track an aged patient that is living alone? I can plug my device and watch the person's behavior. If you fall, I will know through my gyroscope. Then if you have impact, accelerometer will tell me how many cheese are there. So can you actually use it for accident detection and so on and so forth. I mentioned the OTA, then QSO. You'll be hearing the Christmas song. Pay attention, maybe the microphone, I'll get it closer. So already, the body is actually playing Christmas. I'll get back to that when we get to them. So, all these are the existing challenges, and these are the challenges that Unity Board is solving as of today. So, these are some of the solutions I mentioned already. This is a typical very, very popular. This is one of the most popular boards in the whole world, Arduino. A lot of Arduino is one of the biggest open source hardware community in the whole world. And that is huge. So what we did was that we did a system that is also Arduino compatible. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel. So it creates that seamless and painless migration to Unity board platform. Easy, effortless, absolutely. The Raspberry Pi, powerful SPC single board computer as well, with its own efficiencies as well. I mentioned the short 3.3 volts and so on and so forth. So this is a closer look at the Unity board. The board, I think, is still going on. That's not better. So this is a closer look. So maybe I'll come back and point out each of the difference. Later, I think I have like close to 2 hours, maybe less now. Now, for all us engineers now, like to give me what they call a bird's eye view of the board through our board diagram. So you can see, let me start with the best sensor. It's what they call smart environment monitoring system. How can we monitor pollution? How can we monitor the air quality? Especially when it comes to areas of low happen in Port Harcourt, the pollution source and what have you. So we have a port ready for your gas sensor, your MQ series of gas sensor. The port is just drop the sensor there, that's it. You come to the port to program it, the stream. The next one is your GSM GPRS. Okay, there's a pointer here, sorry. Is there okay, there's no pointer. So I'm actually moving from here. I'm not going towards that. So there's a pointer. There's a pointer, please, can you activate that? Thank you. Okay, fine. So the next one here is GSM GPRS. That's for the cellular communication. The coverage of a cellular in Nigeria is increasing by the days improving, and so we're happy about that. You have your CP2102 chip. Is actually a converter chip that converts signals of a USB interface to what they call the UART, or serial interface. And here's the Bluetooth dimension. Then the Wi-Fi dimension is 8266. I'll come to that because there's a lot of advantage. 8266 is a 32-bit microcontroller, and you can clock it up to 260 MHz. So what you can do is that the Arduino can actually push some assignment to the 8266. It does the assignment and brings out the answer. I'll mention how that practice done. So it's like 2 processors on one board as well. Then the solid state relay. That's exactly what is happening on this board. It's switching 220 volts. You can see the board, that one is 220 volts. So you put solid state relay, it's switching off and on. So you cannot hear the clicking sound. It's not a mechanical relay. It's a solid state relay. We're using here BT136. We're using BT136 triad and then optocoupler also for isolation, so that you don't have any electrical accidents. Then here is your 5-channel SIG driver. That means you can add additional external electromechanical relay that can drive up to maybe 10-20 amps, depending on the power of the relay. So the relay can be from 5 volts up to 12 volts. The board does that. The programmable LEDs. Now the LEDs on this very board is you can program what they call sequencing of light, what they call animation of light. So lights can be going up and down. So these are good for advertising. We want to know how much what is advertising science costs now. So LED is going to message. So this programmable LED, it's up there. RGB, possible combination, color mix. In your transformer, your inverters converting from DC to AC, force with modulation to the soil, for example. Because so have the RGB that will later appreciate what is called force with modulation. So RGB is actually red, green, blue, that's a heating diode. Everything is all working. And I would like to consider each of these features as a separate shield, a separate circuit you can buy. So start calculating how much all this will cost. You have to buy them separately to add like on an Arduino board. The next one here is your 2-digit 7-segment display. You're not counting gates, not counting. So that's on the board. You can actually see there. Over here, we're counting in hexadecimal. That's what is in there. From 0 to FF, that is the 0 to 255. Then active buttons. Now we have two programmable buttons where you can use it for intervals. So I can click the button to be counting up, counting down, and so on. So I have two of them. There's also programmable active low button. So I mean, when it's active, when it is not 0, it acts. Then the buzzer. I don't have any ports come with onboard speaker or case low, and so here right now. Abuja has not any speaker with. Uno hasn't got. Raspberry Pi hasn't got. So that's the problem with solving. These are things kids will like. We like my great tunes, melodies, that will actually put them up to them more. So that was introduced, and also as an alarm system as well. Your burglar alarm, your process alarm in the industry, gas sensor alarm, and so on and so forth. It's over there. Then by direction, I mentioned that already powers, because you have here 240 volts. So you have 12 volts, 5 volts, 3.3, 4.2 is the voltage that powers this thing. You should have 4 points. It takes from 3.8 volts to 4.2. The SPI bus, yes, we created a special bus where you can plug in your SPI devices. So you don't need to start wire. You plug it in, the SPI is working. And then SPI memory, I mentioned that's a 60 megabytes that can store 32,000 figure by 0.5. But if you divide 16 by 0.5, that's 5.2 bytes, you get 32,000. RTCC is a real-time clock, very important, timestamp. Gesture sensor, AR. We have a special port where you can actually plug in your gesture sensor. If it's a drone, you can actually see wave right, wave left, up and down, and so on. There's a special port for that as well. As the others have mentioned, additional input, we have it also. I2C bus, display port, you can have your display. Over they also have a second board. Those notwithstanding, they also do it and end on relay. So, your affordable cloud connected kit from Nigeria. We are happy this is a product that is made in Nigeria. Not great for the Nigerians, especially for Africans and all over the world. I think it's something that we should be very, very proud. And again, your flexibility for developers, I mentioned that already. It takes away the headache of anything hardware from you. You don't need to be very body. Putting wires, little wires, the wires, short circuited. No, it takes it away. And the minimal per body when it comes to unity body. Now, I mentioned them about teaching. Today we'll talk of STEAM, no longer STEM. STEM is analytical. STEAM is creative. So an area of creativity, an area of competence and skills. That is now telling you your certificates. I'm a PhD, I respect education, but then there's what they call field applications of knowledge. To solve problems in your immediate surroundings is very, very key. And that is where the A comes in here. So, okay, that's where the A. That's art. It's art. Application. You learn it, you apply it to solve a problem. That is not very solve innovation. When you could have a startup that is commercialized, something starts coming in. So that's the whole entity. So I will not dwell on that. Again, physical computing is very, very important. Most of the computing process we learn today, but you learn to analyze by environment. Your Python program, everything is within your system. Your body clock goes to you that actually speak with you, talking to a sensor. The sensors are found in temperature of this one. The other sensors are found in humidity, and so on. So because of all the computing kids really appreciate, and of course, adults. Those that already been a lot of projects here. So because they're very performant. So the issues are who is using this? If it's such a good thing, who is using it? There's a UNESCO, program called it ICT for D. ICT Foundation, ICT as ICT for Development. Under is what they call CATI program, that's Catch Them Young. So for kids, it's very, very important. This is our future to embed some of this That's why the Scratch programming developed by im.making is very, very popular. And the good thing is that this very board can interface with Scratch programming and help the kids or enable the physical computing aspect of technology here. So this is my tower park. CHI.Lab was supposed to come here, the coordinator of this program. He has won over 10 international awards. He teaches secondary school people kids technology. Then they come up with a solution. They go for international competitions on 10. Okay, so this is one of the boss that are being used there at my tower park, where it has the sage. The specification, I don't want to start boring some of us that are not too technical. Most of them I've already mentioned it on the block diagram. So these are some of the specifications going down. And then these here, the board layout. Those things are pointed out, these are sorry. So these are the board layouts. Everything is here. I don't want to start going back again. Let me not get too much out. Because when I take questions, I cannot focus on two places. So this is a complete board layout. Question about creativity and a very good education platform that can unleash your creativity. Field application, where can this be used? So the one of my greatest challenges is the issue of security. Am I right? We have the issue of fraud. So what technology can we use at least to help us solve this problem or to mitigate the effects of some of these disasters we're having? So first of all, we need to talk about it. That's the learning development program in the software and testing family. But key, so learning platform is number one. Number two, smart technology. I already mentioned it already. Smart city, smart working, traffic system, management, data acquisition system, infrastructure monitoring, environment monitoring. It does more anything to do with remote monitoring, anything to do with data acquisition. It does. All you need to do is just plug the appropriate sensor and then start acquiring data. Push it to analytics platform, start making it out of it. So we have some application videos because we'll be using the board because this board was launched in China in July and it created serious storm during the launch in July because not a finished product. That's it as a raw technology which actually gives Nigeria a lot of visibility. So these are some of the YouTube channels you can check or you put Google my name and Konesland and have a channel where you can see a lot of applications of this one. Now this is what they call competitive marketing. So what's the big deal about your board? What can you do that other boards can do about it? So here, we saw what they call competitive marketing. So the features here is community work. Kingdom was one of the most expensive IoT platforms in the world. It's a Spanish company. Very, very expensive. Flyport is also expensive. The Duke Lock is also expensive. The company of this is one of the high-end Blue Box. And of course, sorry, yes, not this. That's very high. This is the Broadcom processor. I mean, the processor, Broadcom system of chip. So this is the competitive market here. I want to start working on this. There are documents that can be shared later after this. Adoption strategy. I'm pleased to announce to you that during the National Council of Communication and Digital Economy that was held in 2019, the Council adopted this board as a learning platform for STEM education across the whole of Nigeria. So don't ask me how far I have gone with it. So that's I'm very, very happy that we're bringing this presentation in an NGO group of technology that is Innov8 Hub, where this things can be applied easily. But people appreciate the capability of it. So this part of it here. Sorry. So this is Innov8 Hub here. This of education, private sectors, makers community, and so on. Of course, it comes with curriculum. We must rejig our curriculum in line with the industry trends, in line with the industry software skills. Very, very important to rejig your curriculum. And also programming languages like Fortran Basic are obsolete. Don't make that mistake. You have some, if you're an embedded programmer, there are certain microcontrollers that have just 512 bytes of memory. You can't use C for it. You have to come down to assembly language to program it to be able to contain it. Why? Because the cost is cheaper. That makes your end product competitive. So they can see that apply in other areas. They're not too common. The creation of mentorship programs, I'm a technical mentor actually for a program. I teach a lot of young people some of these emerging technologies, also help them apply the knowledge. And they just recently concluded IFEC program. I'm so happy I was invited here by the program. I was a mentor here for a month during the IFEC program. I learned so much from is resonating so much from other participants that are here. So thank you, Mr. Begala team. Tom, thank you for inviting me every day, because I learned so much from them. And wow. Okay, sir. No. Okay, sorry. I think I think I need that. So somebody's operating this somewhere, no? Okay, something happened there. We're actually sharing the screen. Maybe something has happened. Okay, maybe. Okay, so as I was saying, part of the adoption was in the UPEC. UPEC is the Universal Basic Education Commission. These are boards they can package as a learning kit, for goodness sake, push it to kids to start learning absolutely with immediate effect. This is also board that people from universities, tertiary institutions that here Innov8 Hub can apply to most of their projects. These are boards that university, PhD students, researchers can actually apply, for their research work. For example, I made a research in agric. I want to check the soil nutrient of soil 200 kilometers away. These are some of the what they can actually use for those remote data. So these are the approval from the approval. You could check even the ministry site, Ministry of Computer and Economic is approval here. So this is the link. And therefore you can see this link. And then this is the name of the document, and then this is the page. These are the pages you could check. You have more information about the approval, the player, areas of applications, and so on and so. So these are some of the reference material. It's more introduction. Okay, they already have it. I already have beautiful manual. How do you use the one everything over the made in Nigeria? Our young people spread over there. And we hope that with Innov8 Hub, our engagement with them, to actually deepen some of these operating manuals, because we will actually see other features that the trademark is very key. It's a Nigerian product, so it's already trademark, protected, both the name and the device. It's already protected for potential investors and so on and so forth. Very, very important. And why it's important is that what I avoid pattern. So the model we have is that we're emulating Cisco model and Microsoft model. That means that we also have a certification program on this platform. We call it Unity Plus Certified Instructors. All of them over there are already certified instructors on Unity. The second stage is what they call Unity Plus Certified Solution Experts. So the one idea is I want to train people on this very platform, and then they have employers, create what they call the chain reaction, as train the trainer philosophy to go through the grassroots. Maybe starting with the teachers. Teachers will go back now, train the students. The most important thing is that it helps you solve a problem that can be commercialized and start getting something from it. Now, that's my new promise. Thank you. Local content, absolutely. And then that's my social media handle. People follow me to get more information. LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, the same for YouTube, and so on and so forth. So before I conclude, there's a board here, Unity board already, blog to, where's the camera? Because I think I'll need you now, please, the camera. Yes, the camera here. Thank you. So, let me try to explain what is happening here.